it's Mrs. Davis. Welcome to the Happy Place to Grow, where we are growing all things reading together. I love working with you as a team because I feel like when I have a partner, that learning is easy. We have been working most recently with some new skills. We've learned about blends with the letter S, where two consonants team up. You can hear both of their sounds, but they flow together. We also learned that when you're spelling, you have to really listen for words that have beginning blends. So as you're spelling and you hear st, op, that you write ST and you don't leave out that blend, that second letter that kind of blends together. It's easy to do. So we're sharpening our spelling skills as well as our reading skills. We've also learned about the twins at the end, LLFF and SS. And then our final new skill that we have worked so hard on is looking for a pattern. The pattern was ALL, and we learned that ALL says ah, l, doesn't say ah or a, that vowel. So as we improve and expand our knowledge in the different things that we're going to run up against as we're reading, we're challenging ourselves, learning new skills, and then just building and stair-stepping up to success. Today's activity will involve a couple things, a little bit of review. We're going to do a quick dash quiz. I'm going to call out a few letter sounds just for review, and we're going to see if you can say them really quickly. Just hearing them, you know them. And I will say the sound. I'll give you a second to shout it out at home. If you want to write it down, you can too. I've numbered my paper 1 through 5. This is going to be really quick. Just review and sharpen. Are you ready? Now, the second thing we'll do is a sight word flash. So you'll tune up your eyes and see if you can read words quickly just by recognizing them. We just want to build a collection of words that we can read quickly just by looking at them. We're very familiar. They're common words that we see in books. Because I've learned in my studies that good readers know words. They've come in contact with them, they've practiced them, and they just recognize them. And that makes reading articles, books, signs so much easier. So that will be our second activity. And then our third and final activity is we're going to put all of our word knowledge together and read a story. Because if you're just reading words, it's good, but we're reading and learning new words so that we can transfer that to stories. This is a cold and snowy story, so I know you're going to want to join me. Okay, first up, our quick dash. I'm going to say a sound, and I want you to think of the letter or letters that make that sound and shout it out at home or write it down. Here we go. First one, and I'll say it and then I'll write it, and you can thumbs up if you got it right. Okay, here we go. First sound. What letter says ooh, ooh? All right, did you get that one? Did you say W? Kind of darkening that. Ooh. White whale wiggle. Yeah, W. Next one. Shh. All right. What says shh? Did you say that combo SH? This one has 2 letters, but 1 sound. That's why these 2 are not considered a blend, because you can only hear 1 sound, and it's not even either one of their sounds. So sh is SH. Okay, next one. Eh. Eh. Did you guess short E? Correct. Very good. I know you're doing great. Next sound. Monkey. Did you say M? Excellent. And then our final sound is going to be ch. Ch. What says ch? Did you get CH? Right. Ch. CH is the ch. It's not a blend because we don't hear both sounds, and neither one of these letters are really saying their sound, so they're making a new sound, but there's a team. Ch. How'd you do? Did you get 100? Did you get them all right? Great. I'm going to put a smiley face for great work. Okay, we're going to do a quick flash of words, sight word flash. These are words that we see, we can read. We don't want to take the time, if we don't have to sound everything out, because that makes our story reading very chunky and clunky and it doesn't flow. And then sometimes we don't understand what we're reading because we're working so hard on just sounding words out. So the more we practice reading, the more familiar we are with patterns, words, and sounds, and we practice putting those together. When we see them in a story, things are easier. So let's just review. These are words that we've had over time. A new word that I'm going to sneak in there is this word. Here's a clue. Down. Let's think about down. What do you know about the word down? It's a direction, right? It's this direction, and it's the opposite of up, right? And it's a motion. I can go down the ladder. I can go downhill, which is where we're going to be heading in our story. Okay, so let's do a quick dash flash of words. I'm just going to flash a word to you. See if you can read it quickly by just recognizing it. Well, I'm going to give you the new word first. Down. Right. Next word. Did you say the number 2? Yeah, the number word 2. Do, right? Those two rhyme, don't they? But they don't look alike. Really? To, do, sort of. I guess they both have O at the end. We. Remember that open syllable lesson we had where we said if there's a vowel at the end, we call that an open syllable. It will be the long E sound. We. We is me and you. We. Hour. It belongs to us. Not the hour of day, but it is our turn. How about this one? Another open syllable word. She. There's that SH. And then the E at the end says long E because there's nothing closing it in. Next one. A word I like to hear, and you do too. Yes. Her. Right. It's always good to refresh ourselves and just kind of practice. If you like to read words and practice your words, you can put them on little cards and just give yourself a quiz once in a while. Have someone flash them at you. See if you can increase the time that you're able to see and read them. Next word. This is a really important one. The. Right. We see that in so many sentences and words. We have to know that one. And connecting, the girl and the boy went outside to play. There's the word to also, but this is I want to go to the store, not the number word to. Who invented so many twos? This is an easy one. Don't say dig. This one was big. We've collected a lot of sight words over our sessions. My, when Y says I, that was one of our lessons that we did a while back in the summer. Yeah, 4, but not the number 4. This present is for you. A couple more. We've got this. Went, right. Remember what TH says. They, correct. And then finally, don't you say no. That's the word on. Reverse those letters and we have the word no. How'd you do? Hey, if you read a lot of those words quickly, excellent. If you read most of the words correctly, excellent. If you were a little rusty in some of the words, that's okay too. Those are the words you're going to want to pull out and practice. You might need to refresh and review those so you can read them quickly. All right, now it's time to put our word skills to the test with a story. So we're going to read a story, and this story is going to contain a few sight words. It's also going to contain words with blends, because those are the skills that we most recently, excuse my paper, have practiced. And we're also going to be thinking about when you're reading, you want to read in a nice flow and pace. Reading is not a race, it is a pace. And we want our voice to be a reader's voice. So we want to read in a nice flow. So when you're able to read well, your words are going to flow together, not too fast, not too slow, but in a nice progression, right? So if your teacher says, you know, I want you to improve and read a little faster, she doesn't mean to read like this, because you have to read really, because nobody can understand that. And who wants to read a story that sounds as blah, blah, blah. So we're practicing our reading skills as a storyteller. We're going to remember that if we see punctuation, a period, a question mark, or an exclamation, those are pauses. So we'll know as a storyteller, as a reader, when to kind of take a little breath. And in between every word, a white space indicates we're kind of pausing. Word, word, word. And let's get going. This is going to be a fun story. I think you're going to really like it because it's a snowy story. It's a cold story. I'm kind of clearing my path here. And let me slide this over just a bit. Okay. I am going to read the story called The Sled with you. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my pointer through the story words. I'm not going to read any of the words because, you know, by this time in our lesson series, First in Phonics, you are a reader. You're able to see and read many words. So I'm going to give you a chance to look at the words, and then we'll read it together, okay? And we'll talk about the story and do a few fun activities with it. Okay, first up, preview the story. I'm going to point to each word, and you just think about the words you're seeing and make sure that you can read each word. Remember that reading goes from left to right. When I get to the end of a line, it's not necessarily the end of a sentence, but we've just run out of space. So the flow will continue on the next line. All right, here we go. Here's the title or the name of the story. To be continued on the next page. Continue. That was a cute story. I hope you liked it. I thought it was great. Okay, now let's go back and read together because I think that we're going to read and share. And then let's go through the story and see if we can underline some words with blends and these new patterns that we have been learning. Okay, I'm going to tune up my reading voice. Me, 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 la, 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 la. Here we go. Let's work on this together. The sled. Here we go. We like to sled. We like to go down, that's our new sight word, a big hill. I don't. Will we go down fast? Look at that punctuation mark. It's a question mark. Will we? Yes! Exclamation. We are excited. It is fun to spin and go. Sometimes when you're going down a snowy hill, you whirl around. Whoops. Story to be continued. Let's keep going. Oh no! We had a small, there's that all pattern. Spill means we fell over. That's always fun when you get down to the bottom of a hill. Off the sled we slid. I've done that many a times in my life. We had fun, but that's the fun when you're going downhill fast. How'd you do with the story? Were you able to read the words in a nice flow with me and on your own? Great. Remember, the more we practice and the more we think about our spaces, our flow, our punctuation as our pauses, the better we're going to be at reading and storytelling, and it's definitely enjoyable if it sounds like a good flow. Even in our minds, when you're silent reading, you know, as a silent reader, you hear your words, the words in your mind, and it sounds like your voice, and you want to have that expression, you want to have that feeling as you're reading. That makes a book come alive. All right, Let's go back to page 1 of the sled and let's do a little fun activity. Let's see if we can spy. First of all, let's go through and see if we can find all the blends with the letter S, because that was part of our review. We're just going to start at the title. And right off, I spy SL. So I'm going to underline that. Yeah. And when I used to do this activity with my students in class, we would do a thing called scan and skim. This can help you if you're working at school and you're searching for, your teacher wants you to find something in a passage. You start at the top and you just kind of scan and skim. Scan and skim top to bottom. If you're looking all over the paper, you could miss some. So I just go word for word. Again, sled, sled. I'm looking for words with blends. I'm scanning and I'm scanning. Scan and skim. Here's a blend. It's at the end, but is it a blend? Yeah, so we can definitely underline it. It's the st. Remember, I said that's pretty common in a lot of words. Let's keep going. I'm not going to miss a blend if I do my scanning. And I'm not going to often. I'm not going to say I never would miss one, but it's much easier to find what you're hunting for if you have a pattern and you have a strategy. Now let's keep going. Sm in small. It's good. Right next to it, sp in spill. Told you we were going to review. Sl in sled. You see the next one? Slid. Great. And I think we found them all. Hey, that brings me to my next spy. I'm going to go through and look for two things. The twins. I want to look for words that have the twins at the end. And if I spy any ALL patterns. Okay, I'm going to use, let's see if we can find a different color. And I'll circle the twins at the end. Let's make sure this one works. Barely. Let's use this guy here and see if he works. Aha, he does. Okay. Twins at the end or ALL. Let's go scan and skim. This is a great strategy. I just touch on each word. I can go quickly because I know I'm looking at the end. Twins. Double L, circle. And right next door, will, double L, circle. We're looking for the twins. Reviewing. No twins on the rest of that. Let's go to the next page. Keep going. All in the twins. I'll double circle that. Aha. What comes next? Do you spy a twin? Good job. I think we found them all. I'm telling you, this teamwork thing really helps me. I don't have to work alone. It's fun to work with you as a partner in learning. That was excellent. We did our quick dash, reviewing our sounds, sight word flash, and then finally we put all of our learning together to read a story. Wow, we're really launching to the top of the reading hill, and it's just coasting downhill. The more skills we get, the better readers we are. And I love that because reading is a treasure, a joy, a learning adventure. All right, readers, until our next time together, as always, keep enjoying a good book. Cozy up with some hot cocoa and a warm blanket, a soft light, and just read and enjoy. All right, until our next time together, as always, keep warm, and I'll see you real soon.